Hello everybody, let's learn Go file IO input or output. File IO is core part of system programming and Go offers powerful tools in its OS, IO, buff IO and IO utils /OS/OS/FS packages. Opening and closing files. Open a file, comma, error, err, colon equal to os dot open within bracket, within quotes, example.txt. If error, here this is the error, not equal to new. So if error has some value, then log dot fatal error. Now defer file dot close. Explanation os.open returns two values, a file handler file and an error value error. Always check the error return value to handle issues like missing files or permission problems. Defer file.close ensures the file is properly closed when the current function exits, even if error occurs. This pattern prevents resource leaks by guaranteeing that open files are closed. Common mistakes to avoid: forgetting to close files, which can lead to too many open files errors in long-running programs. Not checking the error return value, causing mysterious program failures. Okay, so let's try this out. Let's go to our our this program, this command prompt. Now cd tutorial /go, then md go 011 cd go 011 code dot. Let's go there, and here we shall use, sorry, copy it here. Create new file test dot go. Then package name, then import, then ports fmp, comma, os, then form main. Now press it here, save it, forward the document. It should be here. fmp, I know that there is an error. Okay, save it. Log. Okay. So it's log is needed. I forgot it. Log is needed because log is pattern. Then file. Yes. Okay. Now go to this one, this terminal, and run it. So run run test.go. Yes, enter, because and exit status 1, the example text error, that is Open example.txt. The system cannot find the file specified. Okay, let's create a file example.txt. Suppose we don't need to write those things also. Say, and here go run test, and it shows nothing because it doesn't give any anything here. It doesn't show anything here. Add default file close. That means the file is closed here. Okay, default file close. File is closed before leaving it. Okay, next, reading files. A read entire file data dot error colon equal to os dot read file example dot txt within quotes. If not, if error not equal to need, then within curly braces log dot fatal error fm print ln data. Okay. Explanation is os dot read file is a convenience function that handles opening, reading, and closing the file. Opening, reading, and closing the files. Please note that there is no close here. Returns the file content as a byte slice. This is byte slice, which we convert to string for text files, suitable for smaller files that fit easily in memory. Internally manages all the file operations for you. Performance consideration. For large files, this may consume too much memory as it loads the entire file at once. Okay, copy that one and I paste it here. Then FMT is not there, so we add FMT. Let's go to the add FMT. FMT is added by your editor. So go run text.go and it prints this. This is line 1, this is line 2. What we have wrote here, written here. Slideshow. Go to next one. B. Read file line by line. File, comma, error, colon equal to os.open, not open file, just open. Example.txt. If error not equal to nil, then log dot fatal error. Now defer file dot close scanner colon equal to buff.io dot, that is the buffer input output. New scanner file. It will scan the file or scanner dot scan fmt dot println within bracket scanner dot text. If error colon equal to scanner dot error, that is then semicolon, you shorthand if you have discussed it. No, this error not equal to nil, then log fatal error. Okay. Explanation. Buff.io dot new scanner creates a buffered reader that efficiently reads input in chunks. The scan method advances to the next token, that is line by default, and returns the false at EOF, that means end of file. Scanner.txt text, scanner.txt, that is for line, returns the current line as a string, and this is printed here. Always check scanner.err after the loop to catch any reading errors. Always check this. So let's copy and paste this part into our code. Paste it here, save it. Buff.io is added, automatically added. Buff.io automatically added. Now go run test code. Then again, this is the line 1, this is line 2, this is line 3, and this is line 4. But this is within a loop. Okay. And this is printed at once, the first one. And the second one is through a loop, through this for loop for scanner.scan. Next, see, read file byte by byte or in chunks. File, comma, error, colon equal to os.open within bracket, within quotes, example.txt, if error not equal to nil, go.fatal error. Sorry, defer, defer file.close, buffer colon equal to make, then byte, comma, 10. This is a slice of 10 bytes. Okay, for no condition is here. Bytes read, comma, error, colon equal to file.read buffer. That is the buffer size is 10. If error not equal to nil, if error colon equal to sorry, equal to io.eof if it is end of file, then break end of the file reached. Then it comes out of it. Then also log.fatal error. This handle other errors. Now process only the bytes that were read. So fmt print string, then buffer up to bytes read. It returns the number of bytes read. Suppose for at the end of that file, so 5 bytes were read. So it returns 5 bytes. So number of 5, this is number of bytes read from 0 to number of bytes read, that is exclusive of that. Suppose 1, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. And it returns 5. So up to 4, it will read up to 4, not that 5. That is excluding. Explanation, creates a 10-byte buffer to read data in chunks. Bytes read tells us how many bytes were actually read, might be less than the buffer size, as I told you. Handles reaching the end of file EOF as a special case, particularly useful for processing binary files or when memory usage is a concern. This is concern for memory users. When to use processing very large files efficiently, reading binary data where line by line reading doesn't make sense. So implementing custom file parsers. Okay, so let's try this out. Copy this, copy, up to here, paste it, save it. Now see that IO is here and it automatically removes buffer and IO added that IO. It shows that IO, IO.eof. Okay. And where is the file? Here is the file. And please note that defer file.close. So it will automatically close the file before exiting, either error or not. Okay, so same thing, slightly speed. Okay, slideshow. Next one, writing to files. A write string A, write string to file, that is overwrite or create. Content colon equal to within quotes hello gophers, then exclamation symbol backslash n, that is new line. This is a new line. Error colon equal to os dot write file within quotes output.txt comma by this is a slice byte of content. Where is the content? This is the content. This and this is the permission number 0644. If error colon not equal to nil, then log dot fatal error. Explanation: os dot write file is a convenience function. Os dot write file. This is a convenience function because it needs that function and using it quite convenient. That handles file creation, writing, and closing. You don't need to do explicit closing here. Closing it implicit. Converts the string to a byte slice for writing. Convert the string to a byte slice. This one. Now 0644 sets file permissions. Owner can read or write, group and others can read. This is 0644. Will create a new file or completely overwrite an existing one. Okay. Permission numbers, permission numbers explained. First digit 0, special permission not commonly used. Second digit 6, owner permissions. 4 read, 2 write, 0 no execute. And 4 for the group permission, and that is read only read. And fourth digit 4 others permission, that is read only. Okay, so let's run it. Wait, wait. Please note that here those things are automatically removed by your editor. Okay, so run test. Let's go. And you see here our output.txt file is created. Hello gophers. The next line, that is backslash n. This is a new file. Slideshow. Go to next. B. Append to existing file. If a file is there, add it at the end of it. That is append. File error file comma error colon equal to os dot open file within bracket within quotes output dot txt comma as dot o, that is output underscore append, and or, that is 5 character, or os dot o underscore write only, w or only, or os dot o underscore create. So it will do the three parts, that is append, write, or create, and the this permission is same. If error colon equal to nil, log fatal error, defer file dot close. Now here underscore comma error file write string appended line backslash n. So uh, error not equal to nil log fatal error. Okay. OS dot open file gives fine-grained control with various flags. OS dot o underscore append. Let's add data to the end of file. O here os dot o underscore w or only, that is open for writing only. Now os dot o underscore create the file if it doesn't exist. File dot write string writes a string directly without converting to bytes first. The first written value that is discarded with underscore is the number of bytes written. Okay. Alternative approach using buff.io, writer colon equal to buff.io dot new writer, then file. Then writer dot write string. This is buffered write backslash n. Then writer dot flush. Don't forget to flush it out. Otherwise, it will give you problem later. So we shall copy this one. Go here, paste it, save it, and I shall run it out and see that run paste.go. So go to output test, file happen, and here first there is no backslash n appended line, and then it will add backslash n, that is a new line. Okay. Slideshow. Go to next. Code, file, and directory info. A, get file info, comma, error, colon equal to os dot stat example dot txt. If error not equal to nil, then log dot fatal error. Okay. And fmt println name colon info dot name bracket open and close. fmt.println size colon info dot size bracket open and close bytes. Now fmt.println mode colon comma info dot mode bracket open and close. fmt.println modified colon then info dot mod time. fmt.println within quotes is directory, comma, info dot is dir. That is directory or not. So here is the explanation. os.stat returns a file info interface with various metadata. So file info is the interface. Size returns the size method returns the size in bytes or size function. Mode function returns the file mode and permission bits. This is the mode. Now mode time returns the last modification time. Is date returns whether the file is a directory. Example extension formatted output will be like this: fmt.printf, then within within quotes file colon backslash percentage percentage size colon percent 0.2f, that is zero point 0.2 decimal kb, modified, then percent s n, that is info.name float 64 info.size divided by 1024. Size is a numeric number that is in bytes, so it needs to be divided by this and this to be float. And more time, that is dot format, that is 2006 hyphen 01 hyphen 02 15, that is 15 colon 04 colon 05. That means it is a military time. Okay, so let's first use it, then I shall try this one also. So here, copy it and paste it here. Save it. It will automatically add the FMT here. FMT, log, OS, everything is there. Okay, so let's go run. Test.go. Name example.txt. Size 62 bytes. Mode RW-RW-RW. Modified like this. This time I have modified it. Okay. Now I shall try this, the second method. Copy this one, comment it out, and here. So go there. Okay. Yes, example txt single line. This 0.06 kb modified this. Okay, slideshow. I shall go to the next one. B, check if file or directory exists. Now file path colon equal to config.json underscore comma error, that is os stat file path. If error not is equal to nil, if os dot is not exist, then file percentage does not exist, that is file path. File path is this. Else FFT printf error checking the file %v anything any value error file. Else FFT printf file percentage exists \n file path. Explanation: os dot is not exist. Os dot is not exist specifically checks if the error is due to the file not existing. This pattern distinguishes between file does not exist and other errors. The underscore discards the file info since we only care about the error. Utility functions example, we can also utility functions this. That is, file exists, path string, it returns boolean, then within the function body underscore error underscore colon equal to os dot stat path, then return error equal to either nil or not os did not exist error. Okay. So in this way, we can find this is if the error. Okay. First, I shall use this one. Let me drink some water. Here is too hot. Copy it. Now, paste it here. Save it. Save any error. Now, run this. And know that the file config.json does not exist. Otherwise, I shall use that function. Here. And this if the no file exists and I path. Then if empty dot println file path let's save it. Now I'm using a function. So config.json doesn't exist. I'm using this line. Okay. Now slideshow. Go to next one. Working with directories. A, create a directory. Create a single directory. Error colon equal to os dot mkdir within quotes my folder comma 0755. I shall show you what is that, what does it mean. Then if error not equal to nil, then log fatal error. Okay. So create a nested directories like mkdir-p. This is used in Linux or in our macOS. But right now I'm using Windows. Error colon equal to os mkdir all, then path /2 nested directory. Okay. If error not is equal to nil, error fatal. So we have seen mkdir and mkdir all. os.mkdir function creates only one directory. Parent must exist. And os mkdir all creates the entire directory path if it doesn't exist. 0755 permissions owner has read or write or execute. Others have read, execute. Okay. Execute permission X on directories allows them to be traversed. Okay. So let's see. Let's copy this one. Copy. Then main log. It uses this one. So let's try this out. So run test go. And here you will find if that is path, that is two, then nested, then did directory, or everything is there. And here it has only created uh, this one npdl my folder. Okay. So let me delete that folder and read that folder. Slideshow. Next. B. List files in a directory. Entries, comma, error, colon equal to os dot read did within bracket within quotes dot, that means current folder. If error not equal to nil, then log dot fatal within bracket error. Then fmt dot println within bracket within quotes contents of current directory colon for underscore comma entry colon equal to range entries within curly brackets info comma error colon equal to entry dot info. If error not equal to nil, then continue. File type colon equal to file. If entry dot is dir, type dir. fmt printf percentage then percent 10d, that is 10 uh, digits bytes. Then info dot size entry dot name. Okay. Explanation: os dot read dir returns the slice of dir entry object. Okay. Read dir. Where is read dir? Here. More efficient than older ioutil dot read did, as it minimizes system calls. Entry.info function returns detailed file information when needed, and entry.isDid checks if the entry is a directory without needing to call info. Okay, so and advanced example, here is the advanced example, that is recursively list directories. Font did recursive for string indent string, then entries colon equal to dir path, then that is the range entries, then and if is did, then it calls recursive. This recursively. Recursive function means for the function which calls itself. Then file path. Where is the file path? Then file path dot join. So file path we need to use join entry dot name. Here is entry for entry entry dot name comma, indent, plus, then one space. Okay, so let's, and for this one, this name, then one line. Okay. So we shall go to indent plus indent. What is the indent? Indent is the string. Okay, I shall try this out. First, I shall do the previous one. This one. Copy this one, copy, and then go here, save it. Everything is okay. Now do this. Okay, show this previous, save, previous one. Okay, I want to create those folders. So those folders are created. Now I shall copy this out. Save and folder text. So here is one is file, this one is file, did, and file, this output text, did, path, file, this one. Okay. Now I shall go to the next one. How to use this one? This is recursive file path should be added here. We'll add the file path. And here I shall use it print, sorry, AMD dot print ln, then okay. So you can find that one. Since it's redundant new line. Okay. Yes, I want extra line. Is based this one path string colon dot. Then indent. Indent is space or okay, let's make it space. Save it. So run. So here you see then path, then tool, then under nested, then under directory, then example.txt, then my folder, and explicit this path, then these two, then nested one. This is single space. Okay. Or we can use another thing that is this one. Let's see. Yes, this one is nested. No, no, this is not working correctly. It's better to use this one. That's it. Now shall use. So we have seen different types of directory handling. File copy. Copy a file. Open source. Open source file. That is, this is src error open source.txt. If error not equal to nil, then log fatal. That is log fatal not equal to nil. Yes, error. And defer src close. Now create a destination file. dst error os dot create. This is the creating that file. And destination.txt. If error not equal to nil, then log fatal, then defer dst close. Okay. Now copy that content. Bytes written, comma, error, colon equal to io dot copy dst src. Okay, ist. So if error is there, then pattern is copied percent d bytes from source to destination. Bytes written, how many bytes are written here? Okay, from source to destination. Please use in this way, that is copy from this to this. Okay, source to destination copy, not this to this. os.open opens the source file for reading. os.create creates or truncates the destination file. Okay, truncates mean from some position, mainly from the zero. By default, it is zero. From it will add the destination file. io.copy efficient transforms data between source and destination. And io.copy uses an internal buffer, making it more efficient than manual copy. Returns the number of bytes copied. Okay. And helper function for file copying. For copy file source dst all string int64 error. So in return io.copy is file source file. Also here we have also used, we can use this one, source file error os open. Then if error not equal to nil, then return zero error. Then this source file close. Then this also close. Then if this is error nil, return zero comma error. Then defer dist file close, return io copy dist file source file, and here the return the it will be error will be nil. Okay, so I shall go to the first one. So no need to use the that file copy. I shall use this one copy, which is source.txt. Copy it. Yes, from here, sorry, from here to here, delete it. There. Now, what is the source? Copy, copy, sample.txt into src.txt. So here source is, we have created source.txt, which has also, this is line 1, this is line 2, etc., etc., just like our example. So I shall run this, and it will create a, it will, the system cannot find the file specified. SSC, I used SSC, and it is the SOS. Okay, that is the problem. Rename it SOURC. Now write it run the program, and copied 62 bytes from source to destination. And here is the destination. Same thing. Okay. We have discussed this previously. File deletion, renaming, and truncate. Delete a file. Error equal to os.remove file.txt. If error not equal to nil, if os is not exist, if it doesn't exist, then file already doesn't exist. Otherwise, fatal this error. And if it's work okay, then println file successfully deleted. And delete directory must be empty. Then error os.remove empty dir, then remove directory and contents. Remove all, that is the directory. Okay, so let's, okay, here. Os.remove deletes a single file or empty directory. Os.remove all recursively deletes the directory and all its contents. Be careful with remove all as it's similar to rm-rf in Unix or Linux or that is iOS, not iOS, macOS. Always check for errors, especially permission issues. Is there anything new? No. So I shall use this one. I shall copy this one, copy, then save it. Okay, but here we don't do this. Same for here. We can remove this path by this one. I shall show you. Okay, remove empty dir, that is my folder, and here is the path. Path has many those four, one, the two, three, one, two, three subfolders within that. So I shall try. And first one is file.txt distribution. So here is destination and all these things, and I shall run this one. File successfully deleted. So all everything is deleted, and this one, this removes empty folder, and this removes the removal means the whole path. That is within path there is some folder, there is some folder like that. Slideshow. Next one. Rename a file. Old path, old text, new path, new text. So rename old path to new path, and if error not equal to nil, then log fatal error. fmt.printf renamed percentage to percentage to percentage. That's the same. That is old path to new path. os.rename can rename files and directories. Also works to move files between directories on the same file system. Will override the destination if it already exists. Please remember that. The original Windows command doesn't do that. May fail if moving between different file systems. Move file to a subdirectory, error, os.rename file text, then subdir, then file.txt. So in this way, it will do that one. Okay. So I shall copy this and I will paste it here. Save it and okay, no. Or text. Okay. Source dot okay. Source text will be new text. And rename source text to new text. You see, new text. The same thing is there. Okay. It is not copied, it is renamed. Change the name. Working with paths. Path manipulation. Import path slash file path. Then join path component safely. Path full path file path dot join dir subdir file txt. Then println full path. Then it will show this or in OS appropriate status. For Windows, it will show backslash. Get directory path of path dir file path dir full path, then fmt println, then dir subdir, then get file path this full path, then split path into directory and file, then dir file path split full path, println dir file. This will show that one, split that one. We split into directory and file. And get file extension, that is full path, it will show .txt. File path package handles with specific path formats, backslashes on Windows and forward slashes on Unix, that is Linux or Mac OS. Join properly handles path separators and cleans the path, dir and base functions, extract directory and file name components. Split then returns both directory and file name in one operation, and ext returns the file extension including the dot, Please remember that, not this part, including the dot. So let's copy up to this. So our text editor will add this automatically. Save it. File. Okay. It's added. File has been added. It's a beautiful editor. VS Code is a very beautiful editor. Run test go. Now let's see. That is dir subdir file, and the second one hit directory part of the path. This is the directory part of the path, and here directory full path, and this is the directory path, and this is the base file path.base file name. This is the file name, that is file.txt, and split path into directory and file. This is the path portion, and this is the file. Okay, println dir file. Dir and file is there, like file path and split. Those two things are there, and get file extension .txt. Please remember that it uses that dot. Slideshow. Next one, temporary files and directories. Creating temporary files. Create a temporary file temp file, comma, error, colon equal to os dot create temp within bracket, uh, that is not in prefix is blank, and it is the uh, example underscore start dot txt and create temp. So let's first I want to check that one. What is okay? Is it okay? It's give me here. So it's give me a come on temporary files. OS create temp creates a uniquely named temporary file. First parameter is the directory. Empty string uses default temp directory. If empty string, default temp directory of the operating system. Second parameter is the pattern. Star is replaced with a random string. Example, star.txt. Returns an open file ready for writing. Returns an open file ready for writing. Always clean up with os.remove when done. os.remove. Okay. So create a temporary file, temp file, error, create temp. Now I know that what does this mean. And if either not equal to nil, then log fatal. Then defer with remove temp file, this temp file dot name cleaner. Defer temp file dot close. Okay. And fmt dot println temp file created. Temp file name. Write some data. Temp file dot write string temporary data. It will be written here. Okay, in the temporary file. Okay, let's see. Here, temp file created is in the temp folder, and file name is like that, txt, and written some file, and finally it is removed. So it's removed. First it close that one, then it removed. This one will be first do this one, then this one. Okay. It can't remove up before closing it. Next, creating temporary directories. Create a directory, temporary directory, temp dir error os.mk dir temp. Then blank first one, second one is like that. Os make the temp creates a uniquely named temporary directory. Use os.removal to clean up the directory and its contents and useful for creating groups related temporary files. So first, so here is the structure, wildcard structure. So directory name will be example hyphen uh, 1, 2, 3, 4, anything. And here is the default. It's a blank string. That means it's the default temporary folder. If error log fatal, defer OS remove all temp tier. This temp tier will be deleted. Clean up. FMP printed temp directory created. This is the temp tier. Created a file in the temp directory. Temp file colon equal to temp of dot join temp date, then temp to file dot txt. Now error os write file temp file write hello from temp file 0644. You know that what does it mean. Then if error not equal to name, log fatal. So let's try this out again. edit files, run temp directory created, this local temp, then it created this one, then created the file, write something, finally remove all temp directory. Okay, temp directory is temp directory, it shows that temp directory. Advanced file operation, file checking, moving position, file comma error, os.open example.txt, error boolean equal to nil, log fatal, error defer file close. Seek to position 5, that is bytes from start, this underscore, then error file 6, this one, then that is 0. 0 is IO6 start. You may use the IO6 start here, 0. Then error not equal to nil of fatal. Return bytes from that position buffer back. This is slice for 10 bytes, bytes read, 5 read buffer from that. Again, if error or EOF not is equal to EOF, this nil and not equal to EOF this. And read %d bytes, these bytes read, buffer, then bytes read. This byte, you have seen that how this works. Seek relative to current position. 5, 6, 2, 1. That is IU6 equal to current. 1 means IU6 current. 2, position 2, go to again move to position, IU6 current from that current position. And 6 relative to the end, file 6 minus 5, that is removed from, that is 2, that is IU6 end. Okay, so let's copy this one and okay, one thing more, if there is anything more related. Yes, expansion file.c changes the read file position in an open file. Second parameter determines reference point, that is 0 or io.6 start from beginning of file. 1 or io.6 current from the current position, and 2 or io.6 end from the end of file. This returns the new absolute position and any error, useful for random access to the file. So I shall use this one, copy this, copy, and I shall paste it here. Save it. Everything is fine. So let's start. Read 10 bytes is line 1. So this then is line 1. No gap is line 1. It's from here there. Okay. You see the example. This first 5 bytes, then is line 1. 10. Okay. Next. Summary table, operation, basic function, advanced function, and import package. Open file, os.open, advanced function, os open file, import package os. Close file, file.close, defer, file.close, read entire file, os.read file, no advanced function, os. Read line by line, buff io.new scanner, here advanced function scanner.split buff io function. Read chunks file.read, then io.read full, this is io, write file os.write file, file.write, file.write string, append to file os.open file plus os.o underscore append, buffer IO, new writer, os, buffer IO. File info, os.stat, os.lstat. This is symlinks os. Check existence, os.if is not exist, custom helper function for os. Here directory was mpdir, all nested from OS. List directory, OS directory, and custom recursive function. We have created that one from OS. Copy file io.copy, and here is io.copy buffer. IO. Delete file os.remove, and here is os.remove all OS. And here rename move was dot rename, then no advanced function was truncate file was dot truncate file dot truncate was. By the way, I haven't seen truncate path operations file path join, here you can see it, file path temp files with dot create temp was file seeking file dot seek was. Is there any truncate? I need to search it. T-U-N-V-A-T truncate. Truncate of the file. Oh, it's the end of that one. That has one example. And here, copy file. This truncates, but original truncate is truncate output file. Get a truncate. There is a function also truncate. I am showing you. Go truncate file. Go truncate file. How to truncate file? Yeah, how to truncate file. Let's go gigs. Sorry, it's taking time. It's taking time. Truncate Golang. Golang. Was .com. Yes, I'm searching this. So this file is not working. It's become very slow, and I'm not sure what's the cause. In Go, you can truncate files using os.truncate and os.file.truncate functions. These functions allow you to change the size of a file, either making shorter or longer. os.truncate. This function takes a path and a size of arguments. It truncates the file at the given path to the specified size. To the specified size. Suppose this one is from 10, example.10, example.txt 10. So file truncated up to 10. Okay. Always dot file dot truncate. It's the same thing. Open file, a file that close, truncate file. Same thing. Just more. You have to write more. So uh, waited. I shall write those. No, not after this. Add those notes. Add those notes after this. Maybe I have skipped that one in our let's go this file at the end. here. Why it is doing? Why it's taking so much time? At the end, notes here, so that you can read that notes. Okay. So you can understand those things. Notes from here to here. Summary, uh, okay, so you can just create these examples. Yeah. Okay. Added while training. So you can, while reading, you can understand this one, this. Okay. So here, here, so let's truncate. And path operations, file path dot join, that is path file path, and temp files, OS create temp, OS file seeking, file dot seek, OS. Okay. This practices always close files using defer file dot close right after opening them. Always check errors returned by file operations. Use buffered IO, buff IO package for better performance with frequent read writes. Use file path package instead of string manipulation for path operations. Clean up temporary files when done with them. Use appropriate permissions when creating files and directories. Avoid loading entire files into memory for large files. Use IO util functions for simple operations, OS, and other packages for more control. Consider file locking for concurrent access using third-party packages. Use context-aware operations for cancelable IO in long operations. Next, mini project. Log person CLI tool in Go. Okay, okay. This is how to run. Okay, so this project goal, parse a large log file, filter out only error lines, and save them to a new file called errors.log. Features: read a log file line by line, that is memory efficient. Filter lines that contain the word error. Write those lines to errors.log. Count how many errors lines were found. Folder structure, log parser, within log parser, main.go, sample.log, errors.log. Okay, here is the sample log example content. Info, application started, debug, user ID, 1234, error, failed to connect DB, etc. Info, request completed, error, timeout while calling external API. Okay, let's come out from this first, and I shall close this one and write this. I go this one to md log log underscore. Oh, okay, fine. Here is here. Here is here. Okay, 3D log cursor code dot. So here I shall create some files. What are they? Main.go, sample.log. Main.go, main.go, and new file, sample.log. Okay. And what is sample.log? Written here. This is the log for the sample.log file. Okay. Next slideshow. Main.go. Package main, import buffer.io, fmt, log, os, strings, func main, open input file, os.open, sample.log. And if error, then something failed to open input file, defer input file, close, create or truncate input file, output file error os.create, errors.log. If error not equal to nil, log.fatalif. Then fail to create output file %p, then error. Here also fatalif. I may have told you printed. It is fatalif. It's behaves like printf, but it is the fatal one for the error. Defer output file, close. Scanner, buff.io, new scanner input file, writer, buff.io, new writer output file, error count equal to 0. For scanner.scan, line equal to scanner.text. Next, if strings contains line error in capital letter, now then underscore comma error equal to writer dot write string line plus backslash this line. And if error not equal to nil, then log fatal line error this. Then error count plus plus. So if error in the previous page we have seen this error here. Error. Yes, here is error, here also error. Now important plus the buffer writer.flush. If error not equal to nil, then log.fatalif, again this one, plus error %p error. Now fmt.printf, right, log %complete found %d error count. How to run? Create the folder log %, save the Go file as main.go, create a sample log file with mixed log entries. In terminal, run main.go. After running, you will see a new file, errors.log, which only with only the lines containing error. Okay. So let's try this out. First, this one. Copy this one. Okay. Copy this one. Then main.go first. And then the second one. Control backtick. So go to terminal and go run main.go. Here, two errors found, and sample here is the error log. Error failed to connect DB and error timeout while calling external API. So you found this. Okay. Next, I shall give give you some assignments along with some answers. Assignment 1, count the number of lines in a file. Thus, Write a Go program that opens a file named data.txt and prints the total number of lines in it. Solution: package main import bob io fmt log os, then func main file error os open data.txt. If error not equal to nil, then log.fatal error defer file close. This file is closed at end. Now scanner colon equal to bufio new scanner file line count colon equal to 0 for scanner dot scan bracket open and close within curly braces line count plus plus if error colon equal to scanner dot error then semicolon then error not equal to nil then log fatal error fmt printf total number of lines percent %d, that's the same, is the line count. Okay, for the scanner dot scan. So you understand this. Okay, we have used that type of example previously. Okay, where are we? cd dot dot, go to parent folder, go to test.go, write everything here. And what is the file name? Data.txt. Copy. Is there any copy? Duplicate, open with select open times. Okay, okay. Let's go there. Let's say, what is the output text? Text. Name text is, where is data.txt? I shall rename this file data.txt. Go run test.go. So here, number of lines, you see there are 4 lines and it says 4 lines, number of lines 4. And slideshow, next. Use explanation. It uses buffer.scanner to read lines, increments the counter for each successful scan, useful for validating file formats, logs, or basic analytics. Assignment 2, read the first 100 bytes of a file. Open a file, intro.txt, and print only the first 100 bytes. Solution: package main, import fmt log os, func main, file error, colon equal to os.open within bracket intro.txt. And if there is error, then log fatal error, defer file close, buffer, make this byte of 100. Okay. This is the buffer. This is slice for 100 bytes. In error, read file buffer, and if error nil, go fatal, first %d, d bytes, and then in this. Okay, intro.txt. I shall use them as different file. Copy this word, go here, paste it, and into the text, let's data.txt. Here, text row. First 62 bytes, we have type 100 bytes where suppose I want to use 50. So what will happen? It will show first 3 lines okay, and for the second line th. Okay. Next. Explanation reads only once transform the file into a 100-byte buffer and doesn't loop since only beginning of the file is needed, ideal for reading headers or previews of a file. Assignment 3, copy a file in chunks. Copy source.log to backup.log using uh, using 512 byte buffer package. Then import IO log OS all imported. Func min SSC and error os.open source log here. If error not equal to nil, then log fatal error. Differ ssc.close dst error was create. This is backup.log. If error, then log fatal error. Differ dst.close. Buffer make this 512 byte of slice for if add error ssc read buffer. If not error, if nil and if error not equal to nil and this ampersand is and error not equal to io.ex, that is end of file, then log then fatal log fatal error, otherwise break come out if it is EOF. If underscore error dst write buffer in is here in number of bytes, error nil log fatal error. This will you will copy in this way. This manual chunk copy allows custom logic like encryption, compression, etc. Good for large files when you want more control than IO copy. Okay, so go here, copy this one, copy this one, go paste it here, then go to the next part, copy this one up to this part, and paste it here, save. And for the zip want to copy, backup.log, then source.log. I think it's in the source.log. Okay, sample.log. Copy and paste. Is there paste? Yes. Sample.log. Okay, let's see. Run test go. And the system cannot file the specify. Is the okay sample.log? Sorry, it should be source.log. Yes. So yes, so source.log, here is the backup.log, same thing. Okay, this is buffered copy. Slideshow. Go to next. 4. Assignment 4. Write every even line to another file. Read input.txt. Write only even numbered lines to even.txt. Package main import buff.io log os funcmate in error os.open input.txt. If error not equal to nil, then log fatal error differ in close in is here. This is input. Close output. This is out error os.create even.txt. If error not equal to nil, log fatal error differ out close. So output will be closed before closed before returning from this function. Scanner colon equal to buff.io new scanner in. This is the buffered scanner. Writer buff.io new writer out. Now differ writer flush. So after before just going to that one, it will flush. Line number 1 for scanner scan. If line number then this not equal to 0, then write string scanner text. This line number from 1, it will starting from 1, not equal to 0. If this 0, then write the string to scanner.text, then backslash n, line number plus plus. If error, scanner error, then error not equal to nil, log fatal error. Explanation uses line number to trap and conditionally write lines. Buffered writing improves performance with many writes. Okay. So let's go here, copy this one, copy up to this, and paste it here. Sorry, sorry, here. And after that, I shall go here and copy this file to here. Save it. Then I use go run. Okay, no file. So let's first the name of the file input.txt. Let's example data.txt. Make it input.name input. So why input input input. I think everything is okay now. Let's run it. Yes. Output.txt is the same. Hello, go first. Not input. Even.txt. Yes, this is line 2 and this is line 4. Okay. And for the backslash in, it will show the next line. It will give you the next line. A blank line is here at the third position. Slideshow. Next one, argument 5 is the last, assignment 5 is the last assignment. Rename all text files in a directory by adding underscore old prefix. Scan current directory and rename all text files to start with underscore old underscore. Package main, import fmt, log, os, path, file path, strings. Func main entries, here entries, comma, error, colon equal to os dot read dot current directory. If error not equal to nil, log fatal error for underscore entry, colon equal to range entries. For all the entries, this is a slice. For the entries, it will do the thing, do this loop. If entry is there, then continue. Go to here. Continue means not break. It doesn't do anything after that line and come here again. This means continue. If strings has suffix entry dot name comma txt, then old name colon equal to entry dot name, new name colon equal to underscore and old underscore plus old name, error colon equal to os rename old name new name. If error not equal to nil, then print fail to rename this old name, this error, and else fmt print rename this to this old name to new name. Uses os.readdir to efficiently scan the directory. Strings dot has suffix printers dot txt files os.rename is used for renaming. Okay, let's try this one. We have lots of txt files. Yes. Paste it here. Next line. Go here. Come to here. Copy it. Paste it. Okay. Now go text. Go run text. Expected package found import. What is import? Okay. Why? Like it should be in the color. Page. Yes, art is the old even text, old example stage. It's written also here. Beautiful example. So that's all for now. Thank you.